To do the Chinese Waitress Cast-On with a needle and a crochet hook, you're going to want to tension the yarn in your left hand. And this is the same way as doing it with 2 needles, and we're going to incorporate an extra twist. Come down under the left needle and around the back of the crochet hook. Finish this wrap and bring the stitch through the 2 that are on the needle, and then take the crochet hook and rotate it to the left, down, and under, and then back up behind the left needle. And just to check that you're on the right track, give that working yarn a tug, and you can see that the right hand loop of this stitch we've created is the one that moves with the working yarn. That's what you need. Okay, so it's the same movement as you do with the Chinese Waitress Cast-On continental style. You have to wrap it around the back of the crochet hook, and I'll show you why. So this time you're going to pull the loop on the crochet hook through the loop that's already on there, and then rotate it down and away from you and back up. And just check that you're doing it right, that right hand loop is attached to the working yarn, and that's the Chinese Waitress Cast-On correctly, making sure that we untwist the stitch by rotating the crochet hook down and around. That is the correct Chinese Waitress Cast-On, and it's going to make it so there are no twisted stitches in the cast-on. So you can see that the stitches are perfectly straight up and down, there's no twist, like that, and we've got that double chain right there. So I'll just show you a couple more times. Under and around the left needle, around the back of the right needle, and through, and rotating down. Now what I want you to watch out for is most tutorials show the crochet version of the Chinese Waitress Cast-On like this, and then just coming through. So if you do it that way, you're going to twist the stitch and you're not going to be able to untwist it. So see where the working yarn is right here? It's this right loop, but if you come in and untwist the hook, we've got a twisted stitch right there. Okay, which makes sense because we need to do that figure 8 motion. So the working yarn is attached to this loop on the top. So, and if you don't twist it, if you don't untwist it, I'm sorry, the working yarn is attached to this loop, which isn't correct. You really need it attached to this loop, the right loop like that, to untwist the stitch correctly. Okay, so again, if you do the Chinese Waitress Cast-On with a crochet hook, like the other teachers out there show, and you just come up like this and bring the stitch through. I mean, you can do it this way if you want, but it's technically not the way that Capsy's intended because it is going to put a twist in your stitch. You can see the twist right there. It overlaps over the right leg, and you can see that the working yarn is attached to this left leg. And even if you come down and rotate the crochet hook like we were talking about in my other shortcut video, it's still going to be twisted. Okay, so to do it right, let's make sure that the working yarn is the right loop, and just make sure that you are coming around under the knitting needle and around the back of the crochet hook. And then this is going to be a totally fast cast on. Watch how fast this is. Under and around both the needle and back around the crochet hook. Bring the loop through and down and twist. And now we're doing it right. See that? So just come around the back of the crochet hook and then twist the crochet hook, and you're going to be doing the Chinese Waitress Cast-On 100% correctly and with no twists. There we go.
Trying to learn and master knitting on your own is frustrating. That's why I created Knitting Superstar University, a video knitting school that teaches you everything you need to know to knit any project with confidence. Get instant access today at knitfreedom.com.